So in every legislature, there are people who serve, lots of people who serve, and then there are some people who lead, who step up when it's not easy, who take on difficult tasks, who do things that people tell them, well, you shouldn't do that. You'll spend political capital, it'll be hard, people won't like you, it'll divide people. And thank God in the legislatures, we have people who say, I don't care. I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to stand. It's not an overstatement when I tell you that those people end up being my heroes. When I lay down to sleep at night, I thank God, my country, my family, health, for you, and for the state legislators that are willing to take a stand. It's not easy. They get a lot of abuse for taking a stand. So I want to introduce you to somebody who's become a friend, who's willing to take a stand for Convention of States, who's known for taking a stand. This is Representative Willis, who is the Speaker Pro Tem here. He's from House District 1, born and raised in Iowa, 25-year Army veteran. That's not a surprise, right? Retired as a first sergeant after doing several tours. He resides in Spirit Lake with his wife and 3 children. Please give a big round of applause to Representative Willis.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for all being here. Thank you for coming out in the cold. It wasn't easy today to get here. I appreciate you all being here. And I come here to stand in front of you, and I will tell you, I don't know what to say. Tough for a politician to not have words to say, right? But I appreciate you so much because, as my friend Senator Santorum said, he said, just let the Spirit move you. Because I honestly don't know what to say, so I thought I'd say this. 9 years ago, when I was deciding whether I was going to run for the legislature or not, my wife and I were sitting in front of TV. We were watching Fox News. I can remember it like it was last night. And both of us together at the exact same time, remember, I'm trying to decide if I should run for this seat. Both of us at the same time said, why don't they do something about Washington, D.C.? And I think that Donald Trump was wrong when he said that it was a swamp. Oh no, it's much worse than a swamp. Washington, D.C. is a cesspool, and it needs to be fixed. It needs to be drained and fixed. But we both said at the same time, somebody needs to do something. And so all of a sudden it dawned on me, we're trying to decide whether I should run for the state legislature or not. And I decided at that moment I was going to run for the state legislature. And here I am. And now, with your help, with your assistance, we're going to change that cesspool of Washington, D.C., and we're going to make it work again, because right now it is not working. It is broken. Now, before I got up here, they said that I had 25 years of serving in the military, and sure I did. I served a lot, and thank you, veterans. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. I served in a lot of places in the world. I saw tyrants. I saw people who would be tyrants. I saw police generals who asked me if he could kill someone just so that everybody would fear him. Those are tyrants. Now, we've got something similar to that in Washington, D.C., but not once did I have a tyrant anywhere in the world who was willing to give up their power that they had stolen, robbed, and killed to get. Not once. So how do we expect, as some people in this building expect Washington, D.C. to just miraculously give up their power? You know what? I'm 55 years old, and for as long as I can remember, the people that are the most hated politicians are Washington, D.C. politicians. And why is that? It's because they don't do what we ask them to do. So I'm here to say right now, we're going to tell them what to do. And that's what you're all about. We're going to tell them. We're going to be Levi Preston. We've got to be, for the sake of our country. I'd never heard that story before, and I'm so glad I did. But for the sake of our country, each one of us has to be Levi Preston. And we have to take back our country, and we have to have a balanced budget amendment. We have to limit the power of the federal government, and we have to look at term limits as an option. But we need to do that as a whole, as a group, unified together. And I think that's all I have to say, because it's all about you. It's all about you. You're the most important people in this building today. Thank you.
I'm here live in Philadelphia at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. When you hear the phrase lives, fortunes, and sacred honor, these are the folks we should think of, those who anonymously gave their lives. Well, today you have a chance to volunteer. You need to volunteer for conventionofstates.com, the movement that's going to save the country. These folks were willing to step up and give everything. We need you to give just a little bit. Go to conventionofstates.com and volunteer today.